What do you know about the humanitarian situation in Afghanistan? In August 2021, Afghanistan made world headlines. Fighters took control of provinces across the country.
Many Afghans are extremely anxious about what the future holds.
Afghans are people like you and me. They want peace.
Tens of thousands of Afghan refugees are thought to have crossed the border.
Then, Afghans faced a new and sudden uncertainty about the future. Many people fled their homes in fear. But do you know that Afghans have been living through a humanitarian crisis for over 40 years? For decades, conflict, insecurity, and the effects of climate change have forced millions to flee their homes, making Afghans one of the largest displaced populations in the world. Today, 2.3 million Afghans are registered as refugees in neighboring countries, and within the country, 3.5 million have been displaced by conflict.
محمد طاهر از ولایت قور با همونجا چوپان و دیغان و بازگر به همین من پیبا آمدم به حالت گوشنگی 20 نفر آقلا برد من از 3 خانه به مصر رشتهیم.
Even communities that are not displaced are increasingly vulnerable. Millions now rely on humanitarian aid. As an economic crisis, the withdrawal of development assistance and sanctions affect the country. Last winter, widespread hunger was averted when humanitarian agencies stepped up the emergency response in Afghanistan. UNHCR supported over 1 million people with assistance for cooking fuel, shelter material, and blankets. But millions of Afghans are still grappling with severe food insecurity, malnutrition, and lack of adequate shelter and basic services, while there are simply no jobs.
مشکل دارم به همین باعث خانه به تمام از مشکل اینا کنم شبرار مشکل به تیر کنش امروز که میتونم امروز میافم سوار میافم پس سوار رستیم اینا تمشه همینا ببینید چندم شه به دست چندم شه اینا بافتم شه دستوک زدم شه بالایش مگر دستوک زین اینا رو بوفی 2 روز میافم به رستیم شستم کن اینا رو میبرم دانه 30 و 40 میتونم شستم کن این همین اکساون اولگی آردبار تمام قرض از چه بالای
42,000 families struggling to put food on the table have received cash assistance to help make ends meet. This year alone, UNHCR has reached over 560,000 people in Afghanistan with cash assistance, blankets, household items, hygiene kits, shelter materials to repair homes, and other aid. Despite the hardships, since 2021, more than 920,000 conflict-displaced Afghans have voluntarily gone back home to try and rebuild their lives. We put up health centers, schools, water systems, roads, and training facilities to support communities where refugees and conflict-displaced Afghans are returning. UNHCR's infrastructure support in areas of return has so far this year benefited more than 2.5 million residents, including those who have gone back and those who have never left.
خب یکی دو سیم بود یکی دو تا خیمه داشتین دیگه سیم بود سیمفون بالی از اینا چوب انداخته بود و باز سقفی هم پرده گرفته بود با این پرده کنده شده بود با زیر از اینا انواع کلیز و عقرب ما هر چیزی در اونجا گرفته بود که ما حقیقت مشکل داشت خیلی خوشحالیم خیلی خوشیم برای که برای ما تعمیر جمع شده ما از اونجا بیرون شدیم اومدیم اینجا اومدیم ما خیلی خوشحالیم
زمي کورنۍ ټول کورنۍ موږ تشویق کړیو ځکه غوښتلې چې موږ بې تعلیمه پاتې نشو زما د پلار تعلیم سره ډیره زیاته مینه وه د هغې له خاطره یې ورور مې وغوښتل چې موږ باندې تعلیم وکړي ان ورونه مې هم تعلیم نه دی کړی په دې خاطر یې په موږ تعلیم وکړلو چې تاسو تعلیم نه بې برخې پاتې نه شئ او د تعلیم نه برخمن شئ په راتلونکي کې درنه یو څه جوړ شي او د خپل هیواد خدمت وکړئ.
There cannot be lasting stability and development in Afghanistan without the full participation of women and girls of all ages. Investments like this business center in Herat is giving women-run firms opportunities and training in computer literacy and English. It also offers counseling. They hope one day they will use these skills to rebuild their country.
من از خاطر از که فعلا که بیکار هستم میتونم از بیکاری خودم استفاده کنم در اینجا درس بیاموزم مثلا انگلیسی بخوانم کامپیوتر بخوانم سطح توانایی خود ببرم بالا سطح سواد خود تحصیلات خود ببرم بالا چون که انگلیسی و کامپیوتر خیلی مهمه در زندگی اینا.
The women here are incredibly resilient. They talked about education, they talked about the need for livelihoods, they talked about wanting to be a part of the public society in Afghanistan. They want to educate their girls.
There are many challenges, but Afghans are hopeful. They are looking to their country's leaders for peace, security, and inclusive opportunity. But they cannot do it alone. They need the commitment of the international community to support their country's recovery. The world cannot look away from Afghanistan. Find out more about the humanitarian situation in Afghanistan and how you can support by following the link in the description. UNHCR.org/Afghanistan. You can also share this video and help others get involved too.